Few things rival the experience of enjoying a top-tier steak cooked to perfection. Before splurging on a high-end steakhouse meal, review our ranking of major U.S. steakhouse chains from worst to best to ensure you get the most value for your money. If you're in the mood for a great steak, steer clear of Bonanza Steakhouse. This chain attempts to blend the traditional steakhouse experience with buffet-style dining, but ends up offering subpar quality at a high price. Despite a variety of options including seafood and chicken, the food rarely impresses, and the steak is especially disappointing. In fact, the salad bar is the only standout feature here. Both Bonanza and Ponderosa Steakhouse share the same parent company, so it's best to skip them altogether.
We come adorable, husband, because the steaks are delicious. Tender, juicy, and cooked just the way you like them. They're great!
No, they're not.
Entering Claim Jumper might seem promising at first. This national steakhouse chain, established in 1977, boasts a lively Western theme inspired by the California Gold Rush era. Back then, claim jumpers were those who unlawfully took over others' mining claims. Today, a visit to Claim Jumper might leave you feeling like you've been swindled. While the decor captures a nostalgic Western charm, the food fails to impress. Whatever you order is unlikely to meet your expectations. Instead of spending time and money at Claim Jumper, consider watching a Western film for the ambiance and then choose a more reputable steakhouse for a satisfying meal. With just under 700 Outback Steakhouse locations across the US, it's likely you've dined there. Sadly, this also means you might have experienced the letdown. Outback Steakhouse charges a premium price for food that doesn't quite measure up, especially when compared to other similar restaurants. The meat often falls short of the quality promised in their advertisements, leaving many patrons disappointed.
In a perfect world, I would be eating at Chili's constantly, but tonight, there's no rules. Just right, Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse is famous for its Australian-themed ambiance, leading many to believe it offers genuine Aussie fare. However, the reality is quite different. Despite the Outback-inspired decor, the menu is filled with American classics, suggesting that the founders likely hadn't set foot in Australia before launching their first restaurant. The Australian experience is more about the theme than authentic cuisine. Logan's Roadhouse serves a familiar fare similar to Outback Steakhouse, but generally offers better value without the gimmicky Australian theme. While you might enjoy tender ribs and a standout margarita cheesecake, the steaks are underwhelming in flavor and texture. A unique touch at Logan's is the bucket of peanuts provided at each table. However, due to past lawsuits over peanut shells causing slips, some locations have banned throwing shells on the floor, which diminishes the restaurant's laid-back atmosphere. Without this distraction, you're left focusing on the lackluster food. Wolfgang's Steakhouse boasts an international reputation with locations across the globe, but if you're in the US, you'll need to head to New York, New Jersey, or Hawaii. Is the visit worth it? Though Wolfgang's steak surpasses what you'd find at many casual steakhouses, its quality doesn't quite match its steep $50 price tag. The ribeye, while flavorful, falls short of being remarkable enough to justify the cost. Additionally, the dining experience at Wolfgang's can be less than ideal. The atmosphere tends to be noisy and somewhat uncomfortable, making it less suited for intimate conversations or a romantic date night. Moreover, there's a common misconception that Wolfgang's Steakhouse is associated with renowned chef Wolfgang Puck. In reality, this chain is founded by Wolfgang Zwiener, who has over 40 years in the industry. The confusion over the name led to a legal dispute, highlighting the importance of distinguishing between the two Wolfgangs. Saltgrass Steakhouse stands in stark contrast to Wolfgang's Steakhouse, both in its charm and shortcomings. Offering a welcoming atmosphere with attentive service, moderate pricing, and a variety of appetizers and desserts, Saltgrass excels in creating a comfortable dining experience. However, when it comes to the steaks, the restaurant falls short. Each steak is smothered in a generous layer of garlic butter, which may be enticing initially, but ultimately masks the steak's inherent quality. Beneath this rich coating, the meat often lacks the depth of flavor and satisfying texture you'd expect. Saltgrass Steakhouse is primarily found in the central US, so those on the east or west coast will have a harder time locating one. While it offers a pleasant dining environment, the steaks might not meet the expectations set by its appealing exterior. Charlie Palmer's Steak, with its opulent locations stretching from California to New York, promises a high-end dining experience. However, your satisfaction is not guaranteed unless you make informed choices. Interestingly, the seafood options at Charlie Palmer's Steak often outshine their steak offerings. Dishes like the yellowfin tuna tartare, Citrus marinated wild Baja prawns, pan-roasted sea bass, and halibut are standout selections. If you do opt for a steak, enhance it with a sauce like horseradish cream, blue cheese fondue, or roasted garlic jus to elevate the flavor. Without such accompaniments, the steak, while visually appealing, may fall short in taste. Morton's The Steakhouse has long touted itself as serving the finest steak around, but today, dining there is a bit of a gamble. The quality of the steaks can be hit or miss. Occasionally, you'll encounter a perfectly cooked, memorable cut, but other times the meat can be disappointingly rubbery and tough. Despite the variability in quality, the prices remain consistently high. If you do decide to visit Morton's, your best bet is to order the filet mignon, available in 3 sizes starting at 6 ounces. With luck, you'll enjoy a delectable steak that you'll rave about for days. However, if the steak turns out rubbery, you might end up sharing the leftovers with your dog, who will happily enjoy the meal. Black Rock Bar and Grill offers a distinctive dining experience worth trying, even if it doesn't become your go-to steakhouse. Here, your steak arrives sizzling on a 755-degree volcanic rock, providing a unique twist on the traditional steak presentation. While it's an intriguing concept, it's not the most unconventional way steak has been served.
What is that thing?
These are roof tile.
Wow.
At Black Rock Bar and Grill, you take over the cooking once your steak arrives, sizzling on a blazing hot volcanic rock. This setup ensures every bite remains as hot and juicy as the first. However, if you wanted to do the cooking yourself, you could have stayed home. Black Rock Bar and Grill offers a distinctive dining experience, but it's not the ideal spot for a relaxed meal. Instead, it promises a memorable experience where you'll handle most of the cooking. Shula's Steakhouse may not qualify as a true national chain, but it offers a notable dining experience. Established by the renowned Miami Dolphins head coach Don Shula, this steakhouse lives up to its reputation for hearty meals. Known for its generous portions, Shula's delivers satisfying, well-cooked steaks. The 48-ounce porterhouse is a standout for those with a hearty appetite, ensuring a filling meal. However, despite the quality of the steaks, Shula's menu falls short in other areas. The seafood options are average, the appetizers lack excitement, and the cocktails do not impress. While Shula's Steakhouse excels in providing substantial and flavorful steaks, its overall menu variety does not match the excellence of its primary offering. If you're a fan of rare, juicy steaks, Stoney River is your ideal destination. The restaurant prides itself on serving steaks at their most tender and flavorful, recommending that diners avoid ordering anything beyond medium rare. This approach may not suit everyone, especially those who prefer their meat well done, but it's a dream come true for those who savor a perfectly rare cut. With locations across several states, including Georgia, Illinois, and Kentucky, Stoney River is worth the visit for steak enthusiasts. However, if you're in the mood for seafood or salads, you'll likely be disappointed, as their focus is squarely on delivering top-notch beef. Texas Roadhouse offers a distinct alternative to Outback Steakhouse by trading its Australian flair for a Texas-themed experience, and it delivers on flavor where it counts. With its casual vibe and reasonable prices, it stands out with dishes that are surprisingly robust for their value. Texas Roadhouse's version of the bloomin' onion, called the Cactus Blossom, is a highlight, providing a crunchy, flavorful appetizer that surpasses its Australian counterpart. The steaks here are a revelation for their affordability, with the Dallas filet showcasing exceptional tenderness. For a unique treat, try the Roadkill, a steak topped with melted jack cheese, roasted mushrooms, and onions. Despite its unappealing name, it's a flavorful standout. Ideal for families, Texas Roadhouse caters to all ages with a kid-friendly menu, ensuring even the fussiest eaters are satisfied. With locations in 49 states, finding a Texas Roadhouse is a convenient option for a hearty, enjoyable meal. Smith & Wollensky operates just 8 locations across the U.S., making it a bit of a trek, but the experience is well worth it. This upscale steakhouse offers a distinctive twist on traditional fare. While their standard ribeye may not impress, the Cajun marinated USDA prime dry-aged bone-in ribeye stands out with its bold flavors. However, if you're sensitive to spice, you might want to opt for something milder. Although it's on the pricier side, the lunch menu provides a more budget-friendly option without sacrificing the restaurant's lively atmosphere and quality. Mastro's Restaurants is a premier steakhouse where the experience shines brightest with premium options. While their standard steaks are decent, they don't stand out in the same way as their extravagant offerings. If you're ready to splurge, dive into their Japanese A5 Wagyu steaks. These cuts are among the finest available, offering an unparalleled flavor and tenderness that justifies the hefty price tag. However, be warned that after tasting this exquisite beef, you might find it difficult to settle for anything less. While Mastro's does offer seafood, it doesn't quite match the quality of their steaks, making it an unwise choice for those looking for value. Additionally, be prepared to adhere to their strict dress code to fully enjoy the upscale atmosphere. For an upscale steakhouse experience that won't leave your wallet empty, Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse is a top choice. This venue exudes elegance with sophisticated decor and an impressive wine selection. While every steak on the menu is commendable, the 45-day dry-aged prime ribeye is the standout. It's a bit pricey, but the rich, deep flavor it delivers makes it a worthwhile splurge. Del Frisco's also excels in seafood, with dishes like salmon and sea bass receiving high marks for quality. However, the side dishes fall short of expectations. The standout is the creamed spinach, which features bacon, cheddar cheese, eggs, and mushrooms. Other sides, while upscale, don't match the high standards set by the main courses. Although both Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar and Outback Steakhouse are part of the same parent company, their dining experiences are worlds apart. Fleming's offers a high-end atmosphere and a meticulously crafted menu that stands in stark contrast to Outback's casual vibe. At Fleming's, the extensive menu might initially seem overwhelming, but every choice is a winner. Begin your meal with standout appetizers like the sweet chili calamari or seared pork belly. For dessert, the triple-layer chocolate caramel cake is a must-try, alongside other decadent options. The steaks at Fleming's, while priced higher than at casual steakhouses, deliver exceptional quality. Despite the range of steak options, each cut is expertly prepared. The filet mignon, though modest at 6 ounces, is particularly noteworthy for its rich flavor, especially if you prefer it medium rare. It's an indulgence worth every penny, ensuring a memorable dining experience. Among casual steakhouse chains, LongHorn Steakhouse stands out with its impressive 600 locations nationwide. It offers a top-notch steakhouse experience without the high-end price tag. One standout on their menu is the 14-ounce Delmonico steak. This steak is expertly trimmed, seasoned with a unique blend of spices, and grilled to perfection. For those who enjoy their steak rare, the Delmonico is a revelation that could redefine your expectations. LongHorn Steakhouse caters to both lunch and dinner crowds with a variety of enticing options. Their Wild West shrimp appetizer is a flavorful start to your meal, and their lava cake, while not unique to them, is exceptional, surpassing what many competitors offer. Whether you're in for a casual meal or a special treat, LongHorn delivers quality and satisfaction in a relaxed setting.
What is a Chris Steakhouse? Is that a type of a steakhouse? What sort of a steakhouse do you got there? Oh, it's a Chris.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is renowned for its exceptional steaks and sophisticated dining experience. Known for its flawless execution, the steakhouse is a top choice when aiming to impress. The standout item on their menu is the cowboy ribeye. This impressive 22-ounce USDA prime ribeye, served bone-in, offers a robust flavor that's hard to rival, even for those who usually shy away from bone-in cuts. For a classic surf and turf experience, the petite filet and shrimp is an excellent choice. This dish features succulent, tender fillets paired with 6 large shrimp, delivering a balanced and satisfying meal. Additionally, the lobster at Ruth's Chris is a luxurious option worth the splurge. Each dish at this steakhouse is crafted to impress, ensuring a memorable dining experience. The Capital Grille offers a more expansive menu compared to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, ensuring a fulfilling dining experience regardless of your choice. The standout item is the porcini rubbed bone-in ribeye. Its complex, rich flavor makes it a must-try, and the dry-aged steaks are consistently exceptional, offering some of the finest cuts available. Moreover, the Capital Grille excels in seafood, surpassing many steakhouses in this regard. The seared salmon is exceptionally tender, and the lobster cakes are so delectable you'll be eager to return for more. With just under 20 locations, including one in an airport, the Palm stands out as a premier destination for steak enthusiasts. Although a meal here will likely set you back a few $100s, the experience is worth every penny. The exceptional quality of the food ensures that even the hefty price feels like a steal. The star of the menu is undoubtedly the filet mignon. The Palm's commitment to quality is evident in their meticulous selection process. Their beef is fed only corn and carefully chosen for top-tier standards, then aged for a minimum of 35 days. This rigorous process results in a steak that surpasses all others in flavor and tenderness. Beyond steak, the Palm excels with its lamb and seafood offerings. Their starters are equally impressive, and the restaurant's extensive wine list and refined cocktails complement the meal perfectly. Whether celebrating a special occasion or simply enjoying a high-end dining experience, the Palm is an ideal choice for making memorable moments.